Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing on today? Yes, I am smiling from ear to ear because we have New York Times best-selling author Belle Calhoune hanging out with us, guys, on today. We are going back to Moose Falls, guys. This is book 2 in the series. If you guys remember, she brought us book 1 of the Moose Falls series was Falling for Alaska, guys. And now check out the second book in the series. This is Caleb's story. It is Flirting with Alaska. And if you guys remember when Belle Calhoune was here before, she spilled a little bit of tea. So she let us know that it was going to be Caleb's story. And she told us what the title of this book, of book 2, was going to be too. So I'm excited. If you guys are just joining us, take a moment, okay? Like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to come on down to the cafe because we are hanging out with author Belle Calhoune today, guys. Her new release, hot out the press, Flirting with Alaska. Oh my goodness, Belle Calhoune. Welcome to the cafe. Welcome back to the cafe. I should say, my friend, I'm super duper excited. And of course, I'm going to allow you the opportunity, Belle, to introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, everyone. My name is Belle Calhoune, and I am an author of roughly 55 books, sweet contemporary romance and inspirational. And
Yes.
my newest release is Flirting with Alaska. It came out December 10th, and it is the second of 3 books. It's a trilogy about 3 brothers set in Moose Falls, Alaska.
Yes, yes. I love that. I love that. And Belle, I mean, these 3 brothers, guys, they are amazing. You will fall in love with them. But Belle, one of the things, but before we kind of get into Flirting with Alaska, I want you to share with the people what inspired you to write from this new universe, Moose Falls. And of course, it falls in Alaska. And y'all know Belle writes Alaskan books so well. But what inspired the Moose Falls series with these 3 brothers?
I think I love the idea. I mean, I'm one of 5 siblings. I love sort of the idea of siblings and the brothers. I kind of thought about just brothers, and I didn't want it to be that they were all doing really well in their lives. They all 3 have sort of reached rock bottom. And then I
Uh-huh.
kind of wanted to weave in the fact that at a young age, they'd sort of left this town of Moose Falls, and now they're coming back, kind of like fish out of water, but dealing with a grandmother that they've been estranged from who's terminally ill, and dealing with the idea of their father sort of semi-abandoned them, and just how those issues could layer themselves into this story.
I love that. I love that. And guys, let me just tell you, if you haven't read already, the first book in the series is Fallen for Alaska. Of course, guys, it is available. It hit the New York Times best-selling list. I mean, Belle, she gave us y'all know I fell in love with the meet cute from the cover to the meet cute. Okay, Belle Calhoune had me. So of course, guys, for me, this book was highly anticipated book 2. I was ready to dive back into Moose Falls. And also, Belle, I want you to share with us because you created a new world. Tell the people a little bit about Moose Falls. And of course,
Moose
you know, we
Falls.
love, you're going to fall in love, guys, with Northern exposure, okay? But tell us
Oh.
a little bit about the town of Moose Falls.
Moose Falls is a small, sort of quaint Alaskan town. Not a whole lot of people, but the grandmother Hattie has created this company called Yukon Cider. So because of that, it's really put this town of Moose Falls on the map, and it's made that like a big, a big revenue for the town. So it's really just something even for the brothers that they've been away from this. It's sort of like returning to a place they do have memories of it, but they're creating new memories because it's so very different. They moved to Arizona and then they were in California. So it's almost like a whole new experience, yet every day they start to have these little memories of what life was like there.
I love that. I love that. We have author Sharon Blunt hanging out with us on
Hi,
today.
Sharon.
We have Letitia hanging out with us on today.
Hi,
Thank you guys so
Letitia.
much for hanging out with us today. And if you haven't done so already, guys, definitely a like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to come on down and hang out with us here at the cafe because we are hanging out with author Belle Calhoune on today. And Belle, one of the things that I definitely want to talk about, we're going to talk about the cover, we're going to talk about the title, and then we're going to dive into Flirting with Alaska. Falling for Alaska was book one. But Belle, you did it in book one and you sure did do it again in book two. Okay, so there's three things. It's small town. Okay.
Mhm.
And in addition to being small town, Belle, it is lots of swoon. Okay, you gave us a swoon, and it's slow burn. And I'm telling
Yes,
you, Belle,
yes.
it worked. It worked in book
Oh,
one. It
thank
worked in
you.
book two. It's almost like you
Good
have
to
this
hear.
formula going with the Moose Falls series. So swoon, small town, and slow burn. Tell us a little bit about that in this series and incorporating that those factors.
I think for Caleb, because of his background, he's someone who, his whole problem was he got into trouble because he was on the reality show. He was supposed to be with one person, and then it kind of turned out a different way. He got a terrible reputation all across the country as this horrible person.
Yes.
Everything blew up in his face. And so with this story, I kind of wanted it to be not overly, I just want it to be a slow burn, to really let that kind of simmer, as opposed to in the past he was always the one to always have the girls, always have a date, always, just rushing things. So I kind of wanted,
Yeah.
and she's also a single mother, so she has different priorities. And so I think he kind of realized that too, that there's something in it that he has to be careful with her heart. So
I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. But yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, for Flirting with Alaska, guys, let me just tell you, the slow burn is slow burning, but it works. It works. Now, Bill, of course, you have some amazing covers. Okay, guys, this is the
oh,
first
thank
book,
you.
Falling for Alaska. Check out that cover. And this, guys, they are giving us purple. They are giving us purple.
Purple.
Flirting with Alaska. Oh my goodness, check out this cover. So, Bill, when you saw the cover for Flirting with Alaska, what was that like for you, or seeing the cover of book two?
Oh, I loved it. Just the colors. I'm a big purple person. Prince, Purple Rain. I loved it. I just love the mountains and the little house. And it just, to me, I thought number one was a hard act to follow. And
Right.
I was actually told when I made the New York Times, the publicist for Forever for Hachette told me that the cover for Falling for Alaska was one of the highest interest on Instagram. They record those analytics,
Wow.
and somehow the analytic was
I
that it
love
was
that.
really engaging. So I think in cover two, I think that they outdid themselves. So
They did. They did. They did a great job with both covers. And I love how they have like the mountain backdrop in the back. I mean,
oh
it just feels
yes,
so Alaskan, if that makes sense,
yes, and the
as
purple,
well.
the purple really,
Yes,
it really
yes.
pops. It really
It
pops.
does. It does. And guys, if you're just joining us, we're super duper excited because we're hanging out with New York Times bestselling author Belle Calhoune on today, guys. We're celebrating because it is book two. If you are familiar with Moose Falls, oh my goodness, guys, this is Caleb's story. Flirting with Alaska is next. And of course, Belle, we have to talk about this a little bit. The title. Flirting with Alaska. Tell us about that title and how that came to be, because you got Falling for Alaska for book one, and then you got Flirting with Alaska for book two.
Well, it's really funny that, just I'm trying to remember. I know when Forever is so good about working with me with the titles, and they give so much control to the author. They wanted the flirting. They suggested for book one, and I was like, no, 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 no.
No, no, no.
Caleb is the flirt.
Yes,
I felt
yes.
very strongly about that, because they wanted to switch them, and they were so good that they let me roll with it, because I said, wait a minute, he's the reality star flirt, that would be perfect for him. So I just
Yeah.
thought the title really worked with his personality, his storyline, his past. So
Yeah, yeah. And
I'm
it's
glad they
almost like
let me do it.
Falling for Alaska worked for
Yes,
the
yes, I
oldest
thought that
brother.
worked
It's
well
yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah. So so it worked, guys. If you are just joining us, I'm super duper excited. Of course, guys, the first book, Falling for Alaska, that was Xavier's story. He's the oldest brother, and of course, he was a former pro football player. And guys, book two, and Caleb made an appearance in book one. So of course, guys, we were waiting on the edge of our seat for his story. And Belle, I want to ask you this. We're going to talk about the characters just a little bit. And of course, some of our characters from book one, they make an appearance. Like, we got to talk about Grandma Hattie. You got to
Oh,
love
my
her.
favorite.
Oh my goodness. What can you tell us about her character?
I love writing her character just because of, I guess, who she is, the fact that here we have this woman who created this company that people probably didn't think, a hard cider company in Alaska. And not only did she create it, but she made it this like successful
Yes.
household name. And now she's terminally ill and wants these three young men who she wants to get to know them, but she also wants to make sure that she passes on her company, or at least gives them the opportunity to see if
Yeah.
that's what they want to do.
Yeah, yeah.
So she
And
kind of
even with
chokes me
them
up.
working at the company, realizing their legacy that's there
Yeah,
and finding more about their roots and things of that nature too. I love that. And of
right.
course, Belle, I love it. Y'all know that she's still up to her matchmaking behind the scene that I love so much as well. And also, of course, in book one, we heard a lot about their mom, but Daisy makes an appearance in there. Tell us
Yes.
about her character, because I feel like
Yeah.
there's more too. There's more for Daisy that I feel like we're gonna be uncovering.
There's definitely more. And, I kept thinking about her because here she had taken them and never returned. She hadn't been back
Right.
in all these years. And thinking that the three boys had gone back, how much she would miss being with
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
because
yeah.
they were her whole world and she raised them for all
She
intents and
did. She
purposes. She
did.
raised them. So I thought it was important that she pop up.
Yes, yes. And I love how like Belle, you leave us little Easter eggs, but you kind of have us on the edge of our seats. Because like I said, I'm like, I know it's more. I know it's more. We have
Mhm.
Lynette that is joining us. Hey, Lynette, thank you so much for
Hi,
joining us
Lynette.
today. Letitia is saying gorgeous cover. Yes, Letitia, I love the covers. Flirting with Alaska, as well as Falling for Alaska as well. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're hanging out with author Belle Calhoune. We are celebrating her new release, hot off the press, Flirting with Alaska. And we will be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy. Stay tuned if you are just joining us, because guess what? There is a giveaway. I know what the giveaway is. And guys, you are in for a treat with the giveaway. And of course, we will be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of Flirting with Alaska. And of course, guys, if you have a question or two for Belle Calhoune, definitely put it in the comment section. You guys know that we like to be interactive here at the cafe. And if you haven't done so already, like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to come on down to the cafe, because again, we are hanging out with author Belle Calhoune on today. Now, Belle, we talked a little bit about their mom, Daisy. We talked about Grandma Hattie, all of that good stuff as well. But we gotta talk a little bit more about Caleb. And one of the things, Belle, that I enjoy with reading book one, Falling for Alaska, and then him having his book, because that's where he makes his appearance at in book one. But
Right.
I love how it's almost like you set the stage to know that, okay, there is something that we gonna find out about Caleb. But then in this book, peeling back the layers of who
Yeah.
he truly is behind the camera, because of course
Right.
people have what they think they know about
Perception.
Caleb, and of
Right.
course what they have perceived because of what happened. Y'all, he was on this reality show that just like wreaked havoc in his image or what have you as well. So I love how you peel back the layers of that and those vulnerable moments that we had too. But what can you tell us about Caleb's character?
I think he's had it not rough in a sense, because I think he's never felt that he could be as smart as his younger brother or as physically, a NFL football player and all the
Right.
attention that gets. And then his youngest brother is this big scientist who's been a genius since he was little. So he always kind of felt that he didn't measure up. And then, of
Yeah.
course, he goes after this opportunity and it blows up in his face. And he does become famous, but not for a good reason.
Not for a good reason. Yes, 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 yes.
But I think
And
he is a really good person, and I think he wants to showcase the another side of him. And the reality is that the truth of the situation was always buried. He was misrepresented. So, this was kind of an
he was
opportunity
misrepresented. Yeah.
to let that other side come out.
Yeah, yeah. And then on top of
Vindicated.
that, Bill, like you were alluding to too, guys, he's the middle child. So he's
He's
also
the
trying
middle
to
child.
find
Yes.
himself. I mean, like his brother was a pro football player. His
Yeah.
his younger brother is like super smart
Yeah.
genius,
Yeah.
okay, or what
And
have
he
you. And then you
learned,
have him, and
yeah.
with him, go ahead.
And I was going to say, I always love doing a prologue because I love showing who people are as children because I don't think you always change from that. Here he found out at an early age that the way to get attention was for girls to like him. He was
And
new
Bill,
in a new
he found
town
that out early, guys. I mean, let me just tell you, early the girls was
early.
they was
They
swarming
were
around him
swarming.
early.
And so he found that out. That was his validation. So he rode with it he rode that as hard as he could.
Yes, yes. And Bill, of course, we gotta talk a little bit about Sophia. What can you tell us about her character? Because guys, let me just tell you, she catches his eye from the moment when he stepped into Northern Exposure. Okay, but
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about. And then there was an event at the very beginning. It was like,
Yeah.
ooh, who is this? Okay,
I think
I love that. I love that. But what can you tell us about Sophia's character?
I think her character she's very independent because she's a single mother and she basically
Mhm.
ever since she was pregnant, she had to do that journey on her own. And so she's kind of learned
Yeah.
she had to get her profession right. She had to raise, her child and without leaning really on anybody else. She's very family oriented. She's very loyal. And she's also someone who I don't think when she saw Caleb, he turned her head. I think she was like, been there, done that. I'm not doing that again. So he really has to kind of
Right,
prove
right.
himself because she's like, no, 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 no. Her
No,
ex
no, no,
did a
no.
number on her. And so
Yes.
she's really, I
And Bill,
think
that
she's,
kind of leads me into, we gotta talk about it. You know I'm a meet cute girly, I'm a meet cute girly.
um,
And it even goes with, with the meet cute, because y'all, Kayla, I mean, y'all, let me just be real. Caleb is fine. Okay. Caleb is like Caleb could walk by and you're gonna do a double take. Okay. That's
right.
how good looking that Caleb is. And so he has these little things that he do or whatever, these little quirks that usually work. Like, they was at an event, and so when he caught her eye, he kind of raised his champagne
Yeah.
glass, and she was like, like really, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that usually work." Like he was like, in 5, 4, 3, and she like rolls her eyes. He was like, "What? That didn't work."
Right.
And
Shocked.
then, and guys, this
Shocked.
is yeah, right, right. And of course, guys, we're not spilling too much tea, but let me just tell you with this meet cute, all I'm gonna say is there's an attic and they get locked in the attic together. Okay. I love it. But Belle, tell us a little bit about writing that meet cute with them in the attic.
I had a lot of fun with that just because to me, just the circumstances, knowing what she had at stake in terms of the panic of she had a reason she didn't like small spaces
Yeah,
and she knew
yeah,
she had to leave to get home to her daughter. So it was
yeah.
sort of him being a little more casual about it. And he was the one at fault because
It was like, if you would have just listened to me, told you not
exactly.
to
So
close the
the
door.
frustration of that and
First of all,
just the
Belle,
whole,
first of all, I told you I didn't need any help.
yeah. Exactly.
So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a fun. I liked writing that because it was fun, and you got to see, I think, their personalities.
You did.
You
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
see her, and then the whole. I don't want to spoil it. There's something that happened with the creature that was in the bugs. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But Belle, we can share with them that it's almost like the beginning of them opening up a little window where they're able to see a little
absolutely,
vulnerability on both sides. And it was like, oh,
absolutely,
okay,
and that,
because even for
yeah,
her, she was like, well, okay, I'm seeing a little different side of him,
right.
as well.
And I think in romance novels, that's what happens when you have sort of the forced proximity. You have
Yes.
two people who are in forced proximity, and some of those layers are going to peel back. They're going to find out something about each other. And in this instance, it's almost like, she's kind of like, okay, maybe he does have a little something, something,
Maybe.
something.
I love it. I love it, guys. If you're just joining us, you're coming in at a great time because Belle Calhoune is getting ready to share just a short snippet with us with Flirting with Alaska. Guys, we are so excited for her. This is book 2 of the Moose Falls series. Remember, she gave us book 1, which was Falling for Alaska, but now hot off the press, guys, it is Caleb's story. And let me just tell you, I was sharing with Belle that I am so here for the small town. I'm so here for the swoon. And I'm so here for the slow burn with Caleb's story as well. And so, Belle, can you share with us just a little bit before you read and you share with us what you're going to read? What is it about small town that you enjoy? Because you do it so well.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. I think maybe the thing I enjoy is that when I first started reading romances, that's what I fell in love with, the small town aspects. And I do love
Okay.
cities,
Okay.
but there's just something about a small town. I like the idea that a lot of times I write about people who go away, but it's almost like you can come home again because people can return to the town and people know them and they grew up with them and they have memories of them. And there's something about that I really like, the familiar aspects that kind of never leave you, or the memories that are just ingrained in people. So something about that draws me in.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. I love that. And Belle, one of the things that I also enjoy too, guys, let me just tell you, y'all know I love the dance. There is line dancing in this one. Oh my goodness, I love that as well. There's so many scenes in here, Belle, that I really enjoyed. And of
Oh,
course,
thank
guys,
you.
oh my goodness, her little girl Lily, like
Oh,
she just stole the cake. She is just,
oh.
oh my goodness. Tell us a little bit about Lily. We have to talk about her.
Yeah, she's adorable, and I think the interesting thing about her is, just as with most children, even though her parents aren't together, you can see the love she has for both of them. And even
Yeah.
though there are moments where I didn't want to make the ex such a jerk, because there are just different nuances for people, and
Yeah. Yeah.
the fact that he's trying, and the fact that the little girl, that Lily loves him so much, it's kind of counts for his character, because obviously he can't be horrible if this little girl loves him. So she's
Yeah.
loving it. She's the
Yeah.
light of Sophia's world, and then her grandfather's world. So
Yes.
she's kind of her reason for getting up in the morning. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Well,
she was
guys,
easy
if
to
you
write.
are ready, Belle Calhoun is getting ready to share with us just a little bit of Flirting with Alaska. And of course, guys, there is an amazing giveaway that I'm super duper excited about you guys finding out about as well. And of course, we will also be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of Flirting with Alaska. Belle, we are ready when you are, my friend.
I am going to read from the portion that we were talking about, the attic. Basically, there's a very glamorous engagement party at Hattie's very fine home. And this is the scene in
Yes,
which the heroine, Sophia, goes to the attic in search of a camera that Hattie has promised her. And
yes.
Caleb, trying ever always to be the gentleman, tries to help, and in the process, he locks them in, and she is not very happy. So um, she says, "Your grandmother hired me to take pictures of tonight's event, and I really don't want to have to give back her check," Sophia explained. She didn't want to tell Caleb, but she needed the money badly. Donnie's child support payments were sporadic at best. So far, her pride had stopped her from taking any legal action against him, but time was running out for him to come correct. The idea of having to hire an attorney to resolve the matter was as appealing as skinny dipping in Alaska in the dead of winter. How is this man managing to stay so calm? Caleb didn't seem bothered one bit by their predicament. As the seconds ticked by, she was beginning to feel like the walls were closing in around her. Her throat was beginning to feel tight. "I'm sure someone is going to come find us. Maybe we should start yelling at the top of our lungs," he suggested. He let out a series of screams. "These walls are insulated," Sophia said, looking around at the pink, cottony looking material. "Maybe banging on the door would be better. Surely someone would hear them and come to their rescue." "Okay, here goes." Caleb banged on the door with his fists. She had to admit he seemed to be giving it his all. Over and over again, he pounded on the door until he seemed spent. She was praying someone would hear the racket and open the door for them. "I'm not sure this is working. We might just have to ride this thing out." Appearing exhausted, he sank down onto a crate. "Let me give it a try," Sophia said, standing by the door and copying Caleb's actions. Within a matter of minutes, her arms felt heavy from the effort. She made a mental reminder to get back in the gym for her strength training class. This was a pathetic showing. "I can't be stuck in here with you," she wailed. Seriously, how long would it take before they were out of oxygen? Her head was pounding just thinking about it. Pretty soon she would be gasping for air. "Well, thank you very much, but you're not exactly winning any Miss Congeniality contest yourself," Caleb cracked. Sophia sat down on another crate. "That wasn't a dig at you," she explained. "I need to get home." Their gazes locked. Curiosity radiated from his eyes. "What's waiting for you there?" "My daughter, and we've never been apart a single night. Not ever." Due to her frazzled state of mind, the words simply slipped out of her mouth. She could barely think straight due to a rising sense of panic. Sophia then did the unthinkable. She burst into huge, chest heaving sobs.
Guys, there you have it. That's that meet cute scene. Oh my goodness, with Caleb and Sophia. They are locked in the attic. I enjoyed that scene. Belle, again, thank you
I
so
loved
much
writing it.
for bringing us book 2, guys. It is called Flirting with Alaska. And the more that you read of the story, the title will so make sense
Makes sense.
as well, and of course you will fall in love with Caleb. And I love the fact that, I mean, on the flip side, like, guys, Caleb, he does have a sense of humor. I also, Belle, I like the banter between the two of them.
Yes, yes, they had
As
some nice
well.
banter. Yeah, they really
Yes,
did.
yes, and they are giving you love for the snippet that you read. Letitia
Oh,
is
thank
saying that
you.
she love it. Dahlia is giving you hearts. And look, and author Sharon Blunt said, "Keep going, please. Keep going, please." I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're hanging out with author Belle Calhoune today, guys. Let me just tell you, hot off the press is Flirting with Alaska. And guys, this is book 2 of the Moose Falls series as well. And of course, Belle, it is holiday time, Christmas time, my friend. So of course, we're going to play a round of this or that, but it is Christmas edition. But there is no right or wrong answer. It is all things according to author Belle Calhoune. Are you ready, my friend?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. Belle Calhoune, Christmas edition. Apple cider or hot cocoa? Apple cider or hot cocoa?
Hot cocoa.
Okay. For our Christmas tree lights, are you colored lights or white lights? Colored lights or white lights?
White lights.
Okay. Okay. Christmas wreath or Christmas ribbon? Christmas wreath or Christmas
Oh,
ribbon?
I love Christmas wreaths. Christmas wreaths, yes. Beautiful.
Okay. Okay. I love it. I love it. Okay, Belle, candy cane or peppermint bark? Candy cane or peppermint bark?
Peppermint bark.
Ooh, I
Peppermint
love a
bark.
good peppermint bark. And
Oh,
bonus if it's
so good.
homemade. Oh my
So
goodness,
good.
Belle. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, Belle. Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
I love Christmas Eve. Just the
Okay,
anticipation.
okay,
I
I
love the
love
Christmas
it.
Eve.
Yes,
Waiting.
yes, Belle, and thank you so much for playing around of this or that with us today, my friend. Our Christmas edition, I so appreciate it. Now, Belle, the moment that I know some people are waiting for, there is a giveaway. Guys, as I share, I know what the giveaway is. I am super duper excited for you to find out what the giveaway is going to be. Belle Calhoune, what is our giveaway on today?
I'm giving away 2 copies of Flirting with Alaska. And I don't know if this will go with one of the books, but I have made up some swag bags. So someone's going to get a Moose Falls, Alaska tote bag. And they're really nice.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. So there you have it, guys. There is 2 giveaways on today. One is there is 2 copies of Flirting with Alaska. So of course, Belle is going to help me with that. And then there is a swag bag. Y'all know we love a good bookish swag bag as well. And they're saying great giveaway. Okay, Belle. The first go round. This is for a copy of the book. Okay, so we will stop. Okay, so am I stopping twice? And one person will get the book and the bag, and then one
Yes.
person will get the book. Is that correct? I want to make
Mhm.
okay. No, I just want to make sure I'm doing it
Oh,
right.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
okay, so
yeah.
this is for okay, so this is for just the book. Okay, guys, this is for just the book. Okay, Belle, I am ready. And when you tell me to stop, okay.
Stop.
Okay. Dahlia, you, my friend, win a copy of Flirting with Alaska. If you will send me your information, we'll be sure to get this to Belle Calhoune so you can get a copy of Flirting with Alaska. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, Belle, let's do this one more time. I am ready when you are.
Stop.
Author Sharon Blunt with Christmas Day, you get a copy of the book and that amazing swag bag as well. So if you will inbox me your information, we'll be sure to give that get that out to you as well. She has said that she wants the bag. There you have it. Let me just tell you, thank you so much, Belle Calhoune, for these amazing gifts.
Oh, you're welcome. My
That you are giving
pleasure.
away on today. Congratulations to our winners, Dahlia and Sharon Blunt. Congratulations to get you guys as well. Now, Belle, I want to definitely, you have to share with us, how can they get their hands on a copy of Flirting with Alaska? And Belle, you can go ahead and tell them, because books make great gifts, how they can get Falling for Alaska as well.
You can find this at Walmart, Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, basically wherever books are sold. It's in a lot of places, Books A Million. It's popping up everywhere. So Target. So that's in Harlequin. I mean forever.com. Sorry. Forever Hachette. You can find it on their website as well.
I love that. And guys, you have heard it. It is available where books are sold. And of course,
Where books are
guys,
sold.
support your indie bookstore. You can go to Riches and Reading online, www.richesandreading.com. Any indie bookstore, you can call and see if they have it. And if they don't, request it. Have them to order it for you. Of course, some of the larger chain bookstores, you can get it from there as well. You can get it in ebook. It's available in print. And guys, if you see it out, take a picture, tag Belle, let her know, hey, I've seen it in the stores, all of that good stuff as well. I know that she would be so appreciative. And guys, of course, once you read it, definitely leave a review. I know that Belle Calhoune will be so appreciative of you guys leaving a review as well. So as she stated, it's available where books are sold. We'll be sure to put in the comment section as well how you can get your hands on a copy of it. And of course, Belle, before you share with us how we can stay connected with you, I want for you to answer this question. What did Belle Calhoune enjoy about book 2 of the Moose Falls series, Flirting with Alaska?
I think I enjoyed just the fact that Caleb had such a chaotic romantic past, and Sophia did as well. And it was just nice to kind of give them, a nice storyline together to kind of prove that your past doesn't determine your future. And so love is always possible.
That.
Love is always possible.
Yes, I love that. I love that. And of course,
I have
go ahead.
I have a little tea.
Okay. Ooh.
The, the third book, Landon's story, is called Forever in Alaska, and it
Ooh.
will be out next Christmas, and it's a Christmas story.
See, guys, you know you get the tea here at the cafe. You have heard it first. Oh my goodness, guys. Belle, tell them one more time, what is the title of book 3
The
in
title
Landon's
is
story?
Forever in Alaska. And it's Landon's story.
I love
Landon
that.
and
Forever
Bailey.
in Alaska. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
And that is Landon's story. And guys, he is the youngest. He's the one that is super smart. I'm super duper excited. And again, just as Belle did in the first book, where she kind of left us some Easter eggs about Caleb, she does that in this book too. You're kind of finding out a little bit more about Landon. And of course, guys, you're on the edge of your seat. So we are ready for his story Forever in Alaska as well. Thank you, Belle, for sharing
You're
that with us. I love
welcome.
that. I love that. Now, Belle, of course, my friend, please share with us, how can we stay connected with you?
You can stay connected with me by following my author Belle Calhoune Facebook page. You can give it a like. I'm always on there chatting, giving news. You can sign up for my newsletter, and I'm also on Instagram and Threads. So I'm very
I
accessible
love that.
online, very accessible.
Yes. And guys, we'll be sure to put Belle Calhoune's website link. We'll put that in the comment section as
Great,
well. Guys,
great.
definitely go to her website, check it out. You can see any of the books from her backlist, sign up for her newsletter, follow her on social media, all of that good stuff as well. And guys, tell a friend to tell a friend if they haven't read Falling for Alaska, get them a copy of that. But of course, get a copy of Flirting for Alaska. Okay, now I'm gonna spill a little bit of tea. If you're just being introduced to Belle Calhoune and you pick up Flirting with Alaska, Belle does write it in a way that you won't feel lost. But let me just tell you, if you haven't, I'm gonna need you to get Falling for Alaska as well, and go ahead and get Flirting for Alaska too. And I'm gonna tell you, read them both. You would definitely enjoy, because again, like I said, Belle gives us small town. She gives us swoon. She gives us slow burn. You get laughter. Her stories are stories of all the feels. Okay, they are all the feels, and I love that. I love that. I love that for you, Belle. And thank you for sharing your gift of writing
Thank
with us as well.
you.
And again, guys, if you don't know, congratulations, New York Times best-selling author, guys. Let me just tell you, Falling for Alaska hit the New York Times best-selling list, and we are super duper excited and celebrating that with Belle Calhoune as well, that she is now a New York Times best-selling author, and we are so appreciative for you as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Very exciting and very unexpected.
You're welcome. And Belle, of course, my friend, we have to allow you the last words of what you want to say to the people on today.
Well, I just thank everybody who has read Falling for Alaska, Flirting with Alaska. I have had such a great time writing these books. Making New York Times bestsellers list was such an honor and really just unexpected. So I appreciate everyone's interest and support. It means the world to me. Thank you for the congratulations from everyone.
I love that. And they are giving you congratulations in the comment
Oh, that's
section
so
as well.
sweet.
Thank you
Thank
guys as
you.
well. Thank you. Yes. Thank all of you for joining us on today. It has been amazing hanging out with author Belle Calhoune today for her new release, guys, of Flirting with Alaska. And we got a little bit of tea about book 3, which is coming December of 2025. So we're super duper excited about that. Guys, of course, we want to tell all of you guys, because we're getting close to Christmas. It's the countdown time. Have a very Merry Christmas. And again, thank you for hanging out with us. Go get a copy of Flirting with Alaska. Not only go get a copy, but tell a friend to tell a friend. And books make great gifts. So if you're looking for something to stuff some of your stockings or some of your
stocking
your
stuffers,
book buddies and book readers, yes, it is. All right, guys, that's our show on today. And of course, guys, as we always say, have an amazing day because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, we'll see you later. Get a copy of Flirting with Alaska. Bye-bye.
Happy holidays.